What's up, Vankers?
Ciao, Vankers.
How is everybody doing?
How are you doing? Those papaya rules, baby. Those pesky papaya rules. Didn't know that. I thought bad pit stops were just a part of racing. This is bullshit. Papaya rules. The papaya rules give me so much anxiety, dude. So much anxiety.
Yeah. It's like nobody understands. It's like God's plan. Like nobody really knows what it is.
Yeah,
It's like trying to understand the meaning of life. We don't get it. Why are we trying to understand the vicissitudes and ups? We should stop questioning it. You know, who are we? To question Zach's will. You know,
right?
The will of Zach.
I mean, Zach and Andrea. I feel like you go to them.
Papaya giveth, papaya taketh away, baby.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
That's just what it is with those boys, you know. And I feel like you ask them. You're like, so what are the papaya rules? Are they written? Where do they live? Are they written down somewhere? And I feel like what Zach Brown would do, he'd go, they're all up here, baby. All up here.
And sometimes it even seems like,
baby.
Sometimes it even seems like Oscar and Lando don't even know what they are.
No one knows what the goddamn papaya rules are, baby. I mean, and even whatever. This is obviously the red flags brought to you by BetMGM. We're going to be discussing all things Monza, the Italian Grand Prix, the Temple of Speed. And if you're a real one, you've already bought your Monza merch. We did an incredible Monza drop. If you get 2 shirts, you get 1 free. Go to theredflagspod.com and get the deal of the century with the best merch in the Formula One game. Free shipping. Everyone's loving the merch. Also, subscribe. Also, we have a big announcement coming for Austin. It'll be coming soon. Leave your Sunday night in Austin free. That's all I can tell you, but more to come with that. But Matt.
Also Patreon. Guys, we need you.
That's right.
We're hitting some financial turbulence, guys.
Yeah.
It's been a bumpy ride, and you guys, now more than ever. Subscribe to Patreon.
Now more than ever.
We need you guys.
But we're going to be discussing all things Monza. Obviously, it was chaos. Matt, the first 5 minutes of that race were the sexiest 5 minutes of like any Formula One race I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Those first 5 minutes were like, I was standing, screaming, head in my hands, like, oh my God. I mean, Lando on the grass, then swapping the positions, then Leclerc and Piastri. The Leclerc and Piastri back and forth was the horniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like, Charles Leclerc is like, will die before he lets you pass. He was like, he will take you out with him.
I couldn't believe Oscar even was risking it.
Crazy.
I was like, if I was Oscar, I was like, well, I guess this is just what it is today, and I'm not gonna pass him because he's crazy, and I'm just gonna lose a front wing, and this good luck that I had with Lando's DNF is gonna be erased when I get a puncture or lose a wing or some shit. But he was like, fuck it. I mean, he might have the biggest ball. He's got the biggest balls up there.
He's got balls of fucking steel, dude. I mean,
balls of steel.
Dude, when he was going at Leclerc, I was like, Leclerc was that friend in the friend group who, like, you know, when the fight starts is like foam, like has a shit-eating grin on his face. Like he's Leclerc in Italy is your scary friend who's like willing to like take things that extra, 10%. And the fact that Piastri was going at him in that opening lap, I was like, it was thrilling to watch.
Yes. I mean, because Lando at this point's got nothing to lose, so Lando was racing balls to the wall.
Yes.
Lando was racing how Oscar always races, just like, I don't give a fuck.
When Lando went into the grass.
Yes, exactly.
I was like, well, I literally was like, well, there it goes. And then he like kept on like, he was like, no. I'm still shoving my nose in there. I was like, holy shit. And when he
exactly,
forced Max,
where has that been? Where has that been?
Where has it been?
Because that's how Oscar does it all the time. All the time. Just fuck it. I'm here.
Yes.
He raced Max well for the first.
Yes.
Max had to give the place back. Max has been bullying him his whole life. Finally, when it's too late, Lando grows a fucking spine and outdueled Max in the start.
Yeah.
Now Max got him back, but I mean that Red Bull looks like the McLarens are weak here. And so
it's we've seen it all year on the tracks that have a ton of just like where straight line speed is king. The Red Bulls and Max can take wins. This happened in Japan. This happened in Imola. The super fast tracks is where the McLaren advantage goes away. McLaren really kills you on the like medium and slow speed corners. You know, in this track, it's all about that straight line speed, and the Red Bull just had it. I mean, there was no world, barring a crash or something, where Max Verstappen doesn't win that race today.
Yeah.
Which also, I mean, they mentioned this, but it's just like you can look forward at the rest of the race of this year. Las Vegas is going to be another tough one for the McLarens to win. It seems like, you know, Max Verstappen right now, if I'm putting my money down on BetMGM, I'd be putting my money on Max Verstappen in Las Vegas, the betting capital of the world, baby. That's what I would be doing. But
or Russell, but
the
low temperatures, the low
temps, yeah.
Right. Look at us.
Look at us, baby.
Tech.
Look at us talking wheel. Who says we don't have wheel knowledge? We know wheel, bitch. But I mean, I guess we should start with the papaya rules. We should start with this thing. That's kind of the biggest storyline. That's what everyone's talking about in the wake of it. I mean,
Thank God for McLaren, just keeping it interesting.
keeping it fucking interesting.
We're like,
I mean,
well,
this
it's
weekend
over. There's gonna be nothing to talk about. Oh wait,
right.
I mean, that race got so boring in the middle, and then they gave us they fucking made it interesting at the end. God damn.
Well, it was exciting because of just like the on track action in the beginning.
Yeah. Yes.
Then it was boring for like the entire meat of the sandwich was then boring, and then at the end it wasn't exciting because of what happened on track. It got exciting because of the drama and because of the team because of politics. Yes. But I think we can start this weekend also like with qualifying. You know, we always do a quali instant reaction on our Patreon, which you should be subscribed to. But I think, you know, thinking about the weekend as a whole, there was another situation where like Lando was, you know, driving better the whole weekend. Then Q2 happens, and Oscar gives Lando a tow in order to get him into Q3 because Lando fucked up his first, you know, run in Q2. So Oscar then is like helps out Lando to get into Q3, which in my mind I'm like he must have been like, you know, and then Lando doesn't get pole, but he beats Oscar. He's ahead of Oscar, and Oscar's like, so I helped you get into Q3, and now you're ahead of me on the race. And then when the race happens, then this other it's like you've kind of think about the whole weekend as a whole, like, you know, there was a little bit of a double. Then Lando let Oscar pit in order to cover off Leclerc, and then so it's like it's this like the McLaren organization. The McLaren organization is just like, no, you go first. No, after you. No, after you. No, I'm the more generous. I know I'm the better guy. There's just so much of it.
Well, they're just putting a lot of pressure on the drivers to like be menches to go against their selfish interests.
Yes.
It's real. The whole foundation of Papaya rules.
Yes.
It hinges on the drivers.
On them being good guys.
On them being good guys.
And more than good guys, being like good foot soldiers, like being company men. It's very important for them to be company men. And I got to say, at the end of that race, when they were like, we're going to pit Oscar first, and they had the little discussion with him, Lando's like, you can pit him, but I don't like, if I'm undercut, I don't want to be undercut here. And they're like, don't worry, if anything happens, we'll fix it. The second that negotiation started, I said, don't do this. I was like, why are we doing this? And then then Oscar has a 1.9 second pit stop, and I go, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. And then Lando goes in there, and it looks like he's taking a fucking 5-second penalty.
Dude, I am an Oscar fan, but when that happened, I went, oh, no.
Yeah.
Because honestly, dude, I was happy as an Oscar fan. You're happy with the 2-3. You're like, Lando, he needed to win that race. You're happy with that race. You're happy with the 2-3.
3-point swing is fine.
And the last thing you want if you're an Oscar fan is Oscar get pissed and they get in a fight and Oscar crap. You don't want that.
Yeah.
What you want is a nice 2-3. You'll take that. Easy. Yeah. But when Lando has a slow pit stop, you're like, fuck. This is a disaster.
Dude, I was standing up in my apartment. Let me put my Lando Delulu hat on.
Yeah, go. By the way, guys, this is not
Matt came
my
in with his
Delulu hat. This is not my
Matt,
Delulu hat.
This is not it.
Okay.
You're just wearing this is your in between Oscar hat. You've got your Oscar Delulu hat. I have a different Lando Delulu hat coming, but for right now, this is my Lando Delulu hat. The second that happened, I'm standing up and I'm yelling at the TV. I go, so what are you gonna do now? So what are you gonna do now? So what are we doing? What are we doing? What are the papaya rules?
Well, it's interesting because we're looking at it like a Supreme Court precedence, like legal precedence. It goes, well, if you check Hungary v. Norris,
right? Which they came in immediately with that because they knew that they were like, time for emotional blackmail. They go, just like Hungary last year, remember the on South Park? Remember Hungary?
They have to they send like a paralegal down to pull up the legal precedents. Well, if you remember, in Hungary, McLaren v. Norris, 2024.
Yes,
we asked you to swap. This was because it's been established in papaya law.
Yes,
right. That undercutting is unfair. Right. That's been established.
Right.
But a slow pit stop kind of falls under the shit happens.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
right?
Yes.
So that's where it gets murky.
And I think
where it gets murky.
And here's where it gets further murky is that there was a discussion with him with Lando before it being like, we're going to give Oscar the preferential strategy here. Lando did Oscar a solid by letting him pit first to cover off Leclerc, which I'm looking at being like, hey, guess what? A non-threat. I understand that Leclerc was within 4 seconds-ish, but I was like, why are we so concerned with Leclerc?
Cute. They get a little too cute.
They get a little scared of the big bad wolf when it's Ferrari. So whatever, they haven't won a race all year. Let's remember that. It's been Max Verstappen and the McLaren boys. That's what's been the case. But anyway, so then because he did the solid there, because what Oscar said was, I thought that a bad pit stop was part of racing. That wouldn't be classified as a papaya rule situation.
Yes.
But
if you check the Talmud, if you check the papaya color Talmud, that's not in there.
Right. But then
that's not in the papaya rules. That's in the shit happens.
But then there's a clause where it's like, if he was a nice guy to you earlier, then that nullifies everything.
But how slow? But then I think it was Jolyon Palmer that was saying
this.
How slow does that pit stop have to be before Oscar has to switch?
Yeah. Right, if he had a 10-second pit stop, let's say the front right and the rear left weren't working, and he's in there for 10 seconds, I don't know. I really, honestly, do not know what the difference would be. I think the thing that comes to my mind with that is that if he had lost out a place to another person, or there was a real threat of Leclerc passing and it fucking over both of them, then there's
sure.
Then they would maybe stop. But I don't know. Maybe if it was 10 seconds and there was no one in between them, they go, well, guess what? This was really unfair. So
no, you're right. You're right. If it's just, because I think also if it's just between the two of them, it's just a place swap and it doesn't really affect anything, then they might do it. I think Jacques Villeneuve was like, it's a 2-3. Who gives a shit? Like, I was shocked that he came on the.
Juan Pablo Montoya and Jacques Villeneuve, who are like the guys who I thought were going to come in there being like, so that was bullshit. We're both like, yeah, I think that was the right thing to do. I was like, whoa, okay, I guess, But Matt, you know who didn't think it was the right thing to do?
Who?
The Tifosi.
Because
Lando Norris got fucking booed on the podium. That was wild.
Yeah, they booed him. It was interesting.
Well, let's remember.
Piastri.
Oscar Piastri.
Italian last name. I mean,
he's an Italian. He's a made guy.
That's right. He practices Omerta every day of his life. He never fucking says a thing. He's a gangster. Silent G's rolling sounds like lasagna. G's moving sounds like. But here's what's interesting. Juan Pablo Montoya said something interesting, which I kind of agree with, where he's like, they don't want to be really that involved in the Drivers' Championship. They want it to be, in this instance, they don't want to be involved, right? They want they don't want the team bullshit to get involved with the Drivers' Championship.
Right.
So, but they also don't want like Oscar, but they don't want Oscar to be undercut by Leclerc. So they're like, here's what's going to happen. We're going to like protect Piastri and then switch it back.
Yeah.
But we don't want this undercut. So like the undercut is unfair. But this is what I was saying before. But they'll totally like try to fucking help Norris in Spa. That's fine.
Right.
We're going to completely like squeeze Piastri's massive balls in Spa, right?
Yeah.
And then in Hungary, we're going to do it too. So like sometimes they don't want to get involved. Sometimes they're like, hey guys, we're trying to make this fair. We're trying to make this fair. We're trying to be apolitical here. We're trying to be apolitical. But other times it's like, hey, let's fuck Oscar and go long.
Right.
So in some cases, it's like they're really like scheming against each other. And in some cases,
that's why
this thing is kind of a mess.
The papaya rules are a constantly moving goalpost because, it's like, it is that thing. It's like, I keep trying. It's like when you try to like, think of like why your parent does, when you have someone in your life, often maybe a family member, you go, why did they do that? Why do they behave that way? And you try to like get in their head as to why they did X, Y, and Z. And then after a while you go, this is a losing game. And I'm just going to detach from myself. But I try to get in the head of like, okay, let's try to see what's happened so far this year and what are the papaya rules. Let me retrofit the papaya rules. It's like if there's different strategies to be had, then that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like a place like Monza where there's kind of like, well, there's really only like one strategy. It's like it's a one stop, so there's not that much strategy to be had. Then it's like, well, we can't undercut. We can't do this, that, or the other. If it's unlucky with a pit stop after someone did something nice, then you got to switch back. But if there is a penalty that they think is bullshit, a la Silverstone,
they won't switch it back.
They don't switch back. Then, so
sometimes shit happens, and we won't fix it. And sometimes shit happens and we will fix it because Lando built up some karma points just then.
Right.
So
and in Hungary.
Yeah.
Which they brought up immediately.
Yeah.
What they should have said before Hungary, instead of evoking the most traumatizing moment of their relationship, instead of evoking the most like the kind of like moment of ultimate tension in their relationship as teammates, what they could have said was, Lando side let us pit first to cover off Leclerc. He had the bad pit stop. We told him that we would switch positions. So that's just what that's what it is. As opposed to being like, hey, remember your first win that was totally shrouded in controversy where like you like everyone was fucking mad because we did a dumb, pit stop strategy. Yeah. Remember that? And Lando was a really nice guy. Now it's your turn. Okay. Boom.
Like when you give generously. That's what a mentor of mine has said, and it's so true.
Yes.
It's not really a gift if you have to fucking remind somebody about how
Right.
generous you were. Like, hey, remember when I did that nice thing for you? Remember when I did
Yeah.
It's very also high school to like score keep and like remember.
Yes.
Oh, remember when I did this thing for you? I remember when I was in 9th or 10th grade, I wingmanned a friend in the most brutal way possible.
Right.
Like he wanted to meet with this girl that was like so fucking cute.
Yeah.
And I wanted to meet. And then he had this, and she had a friend that I was not interested in at all.
Yes.
Like not at all.
Yes.
But her apartment wasn't open, so we had to go to like the penthouse in January.
Yeah, on the roof. Yeah.
On the roof, and she and him were like together, and I was just sitting with this girl, and we're just
yeah.
And
the only way to be warm in a situation like that is through body heat, and you're like, well, I'm glad you two over there keep him warm, but I'm I guess I'm
Brian, you know
of
him.
course I know we all know
with this girl.
we know he didn't
even close with this girl. And then literally this is because it's high school. In 12th grade, 3 or 4 years later, there was a reverse situation where they wanted to go downtown to something. The two of them. Our friend was like, "No way, we're going downtown." Like I live in Morningside Heights. Like we're not doing it. We're not doing it.
Right.
And I literally said the girl's name that I was stuck with in 9th grade. I just said the name, and he just went, "Fuck," and he was like, "Let's go."
That's right.
He just was like, "Let's go. I guess I'm going downtown."
Yeah.
And I made out with her in the cab next to him and that girl.
Nice.
And that was just, but that's a very high school thing to do. Anyway.
Sure.
You know.
I mean, scorekeeping, you want things to feel fair. You want things to feel fair. Once you start getting into like, here's the spreadsheet, then you're going to get lost in the sauce. But you want
We're already
things
losing.
You want things to kind of feel fair, feel equal, and I don't know how they feel. I think that Lando had the big, he had the big unlucky last week, which is unclear to me how much like blame the team is taking. I think the team has taken some like blame for that. They've been like, this was kind of on us, because it's still unclear even what the fuck happened last week.
Well, why don't hold on one second.
Yeah. Let's get the Delulu hat on. Let's take off the regular Piastri hat. Let's put on the Delulu Piastri hat.
So this is my Oscar Delulu hat on.
Yes.
So anybody who accuses me of bias, I'm wearing the fucking hat, smart guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see the Delulu take.
Why don't we take the papaya rules to the extreme? Lando had a bad pit stop, so Oscar had to switch place to make it fair. Lando had his engine blow up. Why don't they fucking blow up Oscar's engine next week, too? To make it fucking fair. I mean, what the fuck are we doing here? This is a shambles, Brian. This is a fucking shambles. It's not fair. It's not fair. I just low pit stop. I was going to get the playback.
Yeah. It was beautiful to see Oscar kind of like navigate that situation, like in his after, in the interview after the race with Davide, where he was just kind of like, yep, had a little, it was like he was, talking with, normally, and then it got to the moment, and then he just like started smiling. And it's so funny how the two of them, like Oscar and Lando, they're in these awkward situations a lot. And they have such like a kid physical reaction to the awkwardness, where they just kind of like laugh whenever whenever the elephant in the room is like, blowing its fucking horn or blowing.
It's very Gen Z.
They're just, it's all like, remember when we were kids and it was just like awkward turtle vibes, awkward turtle. Lando and Oscar are just always in, and we used to do this. Remember, we used to do like awkward turtle. Lando and Oscar are constantly in just like awkward turtle vibes. They're just like, yeah, and then that thing happened, and Oscar goes like, Yeah, we had a little bit of an incident at the end. He's quoting memes. He's quoting memes because he's pissed off and is deeply uncomfortable. So he's just like, lol, remember when Leclerc was 8 years old? Lol. It's crazy. These are our sports heroes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meme referencers.
Yeah.
Okay. And let me just. Well, I'm gonna have my Lando. I'm gonna take off my Lulu Lando hat in a second. Let me just give my Lulu Lando take.
Yeah.
Is that you're goddamn right? They switched the place back. That was fucking bullshit. That was fucking bullshit. When they said we're gonna pit Oscar first, I said, don't do that. Do not do that, you fucks. And then they do it. He has the 1.9 second pit stop, and I go, fuck me. And then when Lando had that pit stop, I go, you better fucking, hey, make it right. Make it fucking right. And they fucking did, as they fucking should have. God, my boy's been through enough this month. All right, Lando Delulu hat coming off. Fucking egg.
Oh man, I like this. I like that.
All right. Let's move on. Let's move on. Any more papaya thoughts? Let's move on to other shit.
No, I think we nailed it. It's just really hard. It's really hard to they're a little too clever by half. But I understand what they're trying to do.
They're trying to keep the peace.
They're trying to make it fair. They're trying to make it fair in an unfair world.
Yes, exactly.
It's a valiant. They're not trying to be assholes. It's so interesting. It's like you can't please everybody all the time.
Yes,
but that's what they're trying to do, and I applaud them for trying, but it's just never going to happen.
What they do, and to give them credit, what they say about like a negotiation is that everyone feels a little icky at the end of it. Like no one's like, if any one party's really happy at the end of a negotiation, that someone got fucked over. And I feel like McLaren is often in these scenarios where like, even if 1 week one person's more mad, the next week there's, it's like there's a bit of a back and forth. That's
true. Like if Lando feels a little irritated, Oscar feels a little irritated, that's great.
Right.
That's awesome. Like Lando shouldn't be thrilled in this situation. Oscar shouldn't be. Nobody should be thrilled.
Yeah.
It should. They're happy with that. That's a good point. Everyone's a little bit miserable, but that's life. Okay.
That's life. All right, let's talk about Max. Because as you know, this episode and every episode is brought to you by BetMGM. There's so much to bet on this year in Formula One. If you haven't been doing it, there's still money to be made, baby. I've already said it in the podcast, Max Verstappen in Vegas. I like dem odds. He's not going to be a favorite. They're thinking it's going to be the McLaren boys, but that Max Verstappen with that straight line speed, or maybe George Russell with the cool temperatures. You never know. We think McLaren's going to win every race, but then Max Verstappen, George Russell, people throw their hats into the ring. We know that can happen. Also, you never know who's going to be that third person on the podium. You can do so much of that on BetMGM. And we use BetMGM for all of our picks, and we have a special offer for our listeners each week. And if you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code DADDY, and you will get up to $1,500 first bet offer on your first wager with BetMGM. Here's how it works. You download the BetMGM app, sign up using the bonus code DADDY, deposit at least $10, and place your first wager on any game, race, whatever. You will receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets if your first bet loses. Just make sure you use the bonus code DADDY when you sign up. BetMGM. Make it legendary.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 for New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 for Massachusetts. 21 and over only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP for Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF for Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 for Puerto Rico. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.
Maxi boy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still the best. He's the best. He's so fucking goddamn good.
Well, yeah, once the McLarens aren't light years ahead of everybody, like it's
if he's
back
got
to
the car to do
2023.
it, if he's got the car to do it, he does it. It's just like this is what he does. And, I was, remember for so long we're like, oh, another Max win. Remember we would do fuck, marry, kill the podium, and we wouldn't include Max because it was boring and we were annoyed by it. It felt good. I was loving a Max Verstappen 25-second win. I was like, back to the best driver in F1 winning a race. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, he was in the cool down room. He kept looking over at the like all the lists of winners, and was because they do it so quick. They put Max's name on the thing, and he was just looking at it, and he was just like, yeah, that's right where that fucking belongs.
Yeah, and there was almost like he looked back at the camera like, yeah, I am the shit.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I've said this years ago when Max was on the podium, when Max was winning every race. Max Verstappen is never hotter than when he's on that top.
He
step.
looked like delicious.
He looked so good.
He looked so delicious. It was incredible.
He's got the flush. It's hot there. He's got the flush in his face. His hair is like
perfect,
fucking swoopy and amazing. And he just looked. He looked so good.
Yeah, I think that it was a masterclass. It's just proof of. He is him. I mean,
proof of concept.
Proof of concept. I mean, there was that amazing moment, right, in the cool down room where Lando and Oscar, the two championship contenders.
Yep.
One guy, Oscar, probably going to win. Lando, also in the conversation. Those two guys, they're sitting there and they were like, yeah, so it was a pretty good race. Race. Yeah, I like it. And then Mac, the chair conspicuously empty. We'll call it the throne. He's just not there. Right. And the two of them were talking, yeah, pretty good. And then all of a sudden Max shows up and the camera's like, oh, fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit about the guy leading the championship and Lando Norris, one of the most popular new drivers in the world? Fuck you guys. And it just like completely, and it was just zoomed in on him and him looking at his name. Yeah. And it was just about him processing Return of the Aragorn, Return of the fucking King. That was what it was all about. And these guys who are fighting, who are like light years ahead in the championship, are a fucking irrelevance.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is it was the weight that Max has in this sport is insane. And it's great that they've built themselves a star, that they've sort of future-proofed against Lewis. Mm-hmm. Now that they really have a star here. But they're not really
an undeniable talent, like
an undeniable talent, but but they haven't really future-proofed against Max because it's like nobody. Right. It's like they're like fuck these like that. That's kind of the problem with this championship, is because they're not selling it.
Well,
they're not selling Oscar
right?
Another notch in the championship belt tightening around his waist. That's what the story should be if they're trying to sell it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's like, fuck Oscar. Fuck Lando. You know what I mean? They're not. Here's Max, guys.
Daddy's home. Daddy's home.
Daddy's home. I mean, it's fine, but like, I think that's part of the problem a little bit.
Right.
Is that they're kind of victims of their own success. They have this hero, and it's all they care about. But they got to water these plants a little bit. I mean, Oscar and Lando don't make it. I mean, Lando has his own charm, but
there's only so much watering of plants you can do. I mean, it's interesting. Like within the tennis world right now, after Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer, like they ruled tennis with an iron fist for years, for decades, and then it was like with these young guys, it was like, who we got? Is it gonna be Taylor Fritz or Ben Shelton, or is it gonna be is Kyrgios gonna get his shit together? And then now Sinner and Alcaraz have revealed themselves to be like the next generation of tennis greats, and it's obvious to see. And I think right now, as great as Oscar is, and I think maybe will be, and Lando still a little bit more unclear because he's a little bit more of like a finished product in theory. Max is still like the only guy fully passing the eye test of like this guy's a generational. He's a generational talent. And you think Leclerc might be that, and maybe Russell, and maybe Piastri, and maybe Norris. Like, you think that maybe these guys, sure, but now you have two of them in Norris and Piastri, and any race that Max Verstappen could win, Max Verstappen wins, is how it feels.
Yeah.
Is that like when there's a chance for Max to win, Max wins. And when there's not a chance for Max to win, one of the McLaren guys wins. So it just doesn't, you got to take it. You can't like media train them into that. They've got to take it. And there were a couple examples of that. When in
Max
Saudi
took
Arabia,
it from Lewis.
Max fucking like for a fight for a knife in the mud, took that shit from Lewis Hamilton, said, this is mine now.
Yeah.
And you're waiting for that to happen with one of these other guys. And, that McLaren car, barring a track like this, is 100% that bitch. Now, even today, like, it seemed like, no matter what the McLaren guys could have done, that car just had, a significant advantage. I think that, like, if it was possible to be closer, Max would have won by 20 fucking seconds, but still. No, it's the Return of the King. Maybe title of Ep. Return of the King. Title of fucking Ep. All right, what else should we discuss? There was the Antonelli bad start. There was Hadjar. I mean, in terms of strategy for the rest of the race, I was kind of like, what the fuck happened to our son, Yuki Tsunoda, in this race? And I looked at it, and it was basically a few of these guys went really long. Hadjar went really long. Albon went really long, and they were both able to gain, like, Hadjar gained 9 positions, Albon gained 7 positions, and then Hamilton was starting in 10th, so he got Tsunoda, so that dropped Tsunoda from basically 10th to 14th. So, but they also fucked Yuki a little bit by setting him out there with no slipstream, with no toe. He was like the first person, like, just punching a hole in the air during qualifying. But that seemed to be like the strategy that worked today. If you were like trying to make your way up the field, was to go long, as opposed to a couple of these guys like pitted early.
The mediums were too good to pit.
The mediums were real good.
Yeah. I think that was the problem.
Yeah.
For the people,
Liam Lawson had another incident. Another Liam Lawson incident. This guy.
I've been saying it for a long time. He is the new KMag.
He is the new KMag.
He
looks like KMag. The aesthetics work.
Yeah. It's perfect. He just doesn't fuck around. He doesn't take shit. He crashes every race. He just has little not like big shunts, but he's always just getting he's always in foul trouble.
He's always in foul trouble. Yeah, exactly.
He's always in foul trouble. He can't make it to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that first quarter is like he's got 3, and you're just like, well, you're fucked then. There was the Alonso suspension breaking moment.
Yeah.
That was a beauty.
Yeah.
Just his reaction to it afterwards, just being like,
yeah. What did he say?
He was. He was so.
He said Maine. He says Maine, which I love.
Yeah, he did say Maine, dude. I can't even have.
He sounds like fucking. He sounds like fucking Scarface.
Yeah,
which he is. He is Tony Montana.
Oh my god. Say hello to my little fucking friend, baby. Suspension failure. This is unbelievable.
Unbelievable, man.
This is unbelievable, man. That is what he said. Oh, I love him. I love him so much.
Yeah.
Vankas, I've just spent the last few weeks bouncing around Europe, espresso this, mineral water that. I cannot tell you how good it feels to be back home in the USA, to crack open an ice cold mug root beer. Let's open that. Oh, is anything better than that sound? Ooh, baby, this episode is brought to you by Mug Root Beer. That creamy vanilla flavor hits like childhood nostalgia and is guaranteed to help you let out your inner dog. Trust me, after jet lag, sprint races, Lando Norris's engine blowing up, I need that dog in me, and this Mug Root Beer is getting that dog back in me, and I hope that Lando Norris is drinking some Mug Root Beer because he's going to need that dog in him if he's going to win this championship, because the odds are stacked against him. And when the odds are stacked against you, you need a little bit of refreshment. And that's what I get with my mug. I mean, it's so good. So the next time you are craving something cold, frothy, and packed with unapologetic flavor, crack open a Mug Root Beer. Find Mug Root Beer at your local store or head to mugrootbeer.com/find-mug to track it down. And be sure to throw them a follow at Mug Root Beer. Embrace that inner dog. Vegas, this episode is brought to you by True Classic. Vegas, I'm not wearing my True Classic tee right now because guess what? They're in the wash because I wear them all the time. I love the t-shirts from True Classic. They're soft, they're comfortable, they hug your body in all the right places. They make you look fitter, stronger, and more of a sexy guy than you would in other shirts because they design their shirts specifically for guys. Because looking great also shouldn't come with a designer price tag. You're getting designer quality without the designer prices. It's not just about fabric or fit. It's about helping guys show up every day with confidence and purpose. The shirts are fit where they should be, feel incredible, and don't break the bank. You can get a tailored look without sacrificing comfort or blowing your budget. So forget overpriced designer brands. Skip the cheap throwaway stuff. True Classic is built for comfort, built to last, and also built to give back. And you can find them at Amazon, Target, Costco, Sam's Club, or head to trueclassic.com/redflags and try them out yourself. There was the 10-second penalties for Ollie Behrman on his crash with Carlos Sainz.
I think they were scared of Sainz. I don't think they wanted to smoke. I think he worked the ref.
I think he
made a big fucking stink last week.
Yep.
And they called it the other way. That's my crazy Delulu take, that maybe working all the I think if they gave him the 10-second penalty, that's my delusional take. If they gave, he would have spontaneously combusted.
Yeah. fully.
But I really think it was like maybe a racing incident at most. I mean, I
kind of am with that.
We've
seen people go into that corner a lot tighter than that. We've seen people like make it work around that corner. You know, there's room to be had there from the outside, which is where he was coming in. Like Behrman was on the inside. That's where Piastri overtook Norris last year, and it was tight. But he was able to get through and leave the room.
Yeah,
and get through that corner and make the overtake. And yeah, I mean, he just turned in as if he had fully cleared Ollie.
Yeah, he didn't.
And he didn't. And it felt like, I mean, I think Brundle said it. Brundle was like, that looks like a racing incident to me.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think that Carlos last week made a big stink about how his penalty was unjust. I mean, Carlos Sainz is a fucking operator. Yeah. When they say he's a smooth operator, we're not talking about track. I'm talking about he's a clumsy, savvy mover. He knows how to move politically in this world. He knows how to like jar at the ref 1 week, so then next week that happens. I don't get penalized for it. Actually, the guy who was with me gets a fucking penalty. But that all things. If that crash hadn't happened, he would have finished in the points today. But he's not.
Yeah, but Albon, nice. I mean, Albon continuing to fucking step on his gorgeous face.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the end of the year when we make a video and I put it on the internet about my prediction for Albon. Because, so every now and again, if when people are calling me a fucking idiot, we do this pod, people are like, fucking, these guys start watching Drive to Survive. You can tell. every now and again when I need a little fucking ego boost, I go back to the post that we did where I said that Albon, I think
You scroll all the way back.
I scroll, baby. I scroll. And every comment is like, L-take gonna age like milk. Guy doesn't know wheel. No fucking way this is gonna happen. And I got really tempted because I used to do this back in the day when we were a smaller account where I would reply to the haters. And then Matt at some point was like, Brian, let's stop with that. And I got so tempted to start liking every comment, calling me a fucking idiot, just liking it, just a subtle like, and they get something on a notification. I said, Matt wouldn't want me to do this.
Approved.
Matt wouldn't
Brian,
want me to do
you've been greenlit.
I've been greenlit. Yes. Yes.
You can like it. You can like all the comments.
Oh, I can't wait. Well, I'll wait for another positive Albon, over Sainz little run there.
They've been real quiet, the Sainz fans.
Real quiet.
They've been because all we used to do was Sainz hate. I say we, as if you did it.
You would take the beach, but I'd be there. I'd be there with the.
You'd be laying down some
munitions.
cover fire.
Yeah,
I'd be like, cover me. I'm going.
Yeah, I'd do a little spray as you charge into the fucking castle.
But I used to have people stop me on the street and say, "You're really mean to Sainz," and I'm like,
"Yeah,
okay."
I call balls and strikes. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm a journalist.
Sorry, my name is Pablo Torre.
Yeah.
Suck my dick.
Sorry, my name is Walter fucking Cronkite. So I call it how I see it. Can I help it that I'm insane? No. That's not my fault that I'm insane. It's a combination of bad genes and bad upbringing. So it's not my fault. I can't help it.
That's right. Yeah,
so
it's a vicious combo.
I literally can't help it. So, but now I talk shit and nobody says anything. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. They are harder to find.
Yeah,
I know I hit it every week. The Sainz fans are harder to find than the Epstein files. They just don't exist anymore. It's fucking crazy. Where are they? Where are all the Sainz? He's so under. I can't believe he got fired from Ferrari. What the hell? They replaced him with the greatest driver to ever live, and it's outrageous. Where the fuck are you now, guys?
Right.
Where are you?
Yeah, it's been real quiet.
Where are you? Oh, they Williams. They really did it. I mean, the Williams is so beneath him. What's he doing? He ended up at Williams. This is such a fall from grace. Where the fuck are you now, guys? Where the fuck are you now?
Yeah, it's been real
At
quiet.
least, look, Yuki Tsunoda, at least when Yuki Tsunoda is having a bad time, we just keep talking about how unfair it is, how sad we are. We vote,
right.
we don't disappear. We don't fade away.
Yeah.
Guys, where are you? You only come out of the woodwork to tell us that we're wrong or that we suck and that Sainz is the best.
When times are up. When
times are up. Where are you when the chips are down? That's where the real fans are. As a Charles Leclerc fan, this is where the fun is. Where you get to be sad.
Yeah, right.
You need to start embracing the Sainz
blaming the car. You got to. Listen. Sainz has had bad luck this year. There's a lot. If I put my head in the mind in the head of a Sainz fan, there's a lot you could be saying. You could say, oh well, he had car trouble, this, that, and the other, and then he's gotten run into the last 2 weeks. He should have been in the points, but then these other rookies running into him. There's a lot to say if I'm a delulu Sainz fan. I am not one, but there would be things to say if I was. Dude, there was this moment. Did you catch this after the race where they're doing the lap afterwards, and Lewis and Charles got next to each other to do a lap as the two of them and wave to
cool
the Tifosi?
Yeah,
during the cool down lap.
Yeah,
and who was right behind them? Carlos Sainz. And I was I saw the Williams and I go, oh, is that Sainz? And then I looked, I paused it, I zoomed in, I go, that's fucking, I had to go to the track map. I was where's Albon? Where's Albon? I was like Charlie Day. I was like, where's Albon? Oh no, I was like, Albon's already past them. I was like that. And Sainz did the entire Monza cool down lap right behind the two Ferraris who were there And I was like, brutal. That was brutal.
He was trying to pretend that he was trying to project himself into Lewis's car and pretending
they're clapping for me. There's that movie. There's that movie, The Prestige. You seen that movie, The Prestige? Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. So if you don't want to know the end of The Prestige, fucking skip ahead like a minute. But I'm going to spoil the movie. Basically, in The Prestige, there's this moment. No. This won't even spoil it. In The Prestige, there's this guy, he does a disappearing act where like he goes from he's like in one door, and then all of a sudden they close the door and he's in another door on the opposite side of the theater, and everyone's like, he can transport himself. Like, it was like, this can't be true because they're magicians. They're competing magicians. And basically, one of the magicians has a twin brother that looks exactly like him. And so one of the twin brothers gets to be the person who is the reveal. He gets to be the rabbit pulled out of the hat, and he gets the glory of everyone clapping at the trick. And the other brother has to just hear the claps, just hear them clapping for him. So he doesn't get the satisfaction.
Why don't they switch?
I think I don't know, because one of them's better at the first part.
Because it would kill the story.
It would kill the story, exactly.
That's why.
And there was this great moment where like they shut the door, and then you stay with the brother who's been like behind the door, and you just hear the claps. And then the brother does this like, this gesture and bows as if they're clapping for him. And it's like brutal, and you realize how the toll that this takes on him. That's a long way of saying that was Carlos Sainz today in the slipstream of the Ferraris. They're like, they're clapping for me
in the
too.
Slipstream trying to get.
Literally.
But I also think he was maybe. I mean, we're projecting. He probably wasn't doing this, but
he just happened to be there, and it was awkward turtle vibes.
But he was also like maybe thinking like, "Hey guys, remember me?
Yeah,
you like me too,
right?
Or
I think like, don't forget about me, like don't forget about me, fuckers. Like, Lewis didn't finish that well today.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go to our awards. Bankers, this episode is brought to you by Hims. Listen, no one plans for hair loss, but through Hims, you can take the next step with confidence. Access treatments made with clinically proven ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil to stop hair loss and regrow hair in 3 to 6 months. No waiting rooms, no hoops, just ingredients with track record results. I know this is a thing that gets stressful for guys. We get older, them hairlines can stress us out. We don't feel like we got that confidence. With Hims, you can be assured that you're getting the best products, and you don't have to go to doctors, to do all the kind of awkward stuff that you might think you have to do. It comes in chic packaging, and you feel like you're a cool guy. And you get to keep that hairline looking tight and sexy. Hims offers convenient access to a range of prescriptions, from hair loss treatments with ingredients that work, including chews, oral medications, serums, and sprays. They're doctor-trusted, clinically proven ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil can stop hair loss and regrow hair in 3 to 6 months. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hims bring expert care to you with 100% online access to personal treatments that put your goals first. No hidden fees, no surprise costs, just real personalized care on your schedule. Think of Hims as your digital front door that gets you back to your old self with simple 100% online access and trusted treatments for real health concerns, all in one place. For simple online access to personalized and affordable care for hair loss, ED, weight loss, and more. They do so much. Visit hims.com/Friday. That's hims.com/Friday for your free online visit. Once again, hims.com/Friday. Hottest moment of the day.
It's probably Oscar's overtake on Leclerc. That was pretty fucking hot.
The Leclerc-Oscar battle.
Yeah.
I would maybe give it to that. Yeah. Max retaking the lead. Max's pole lap, pretty sexy. Yeah, there were a few little sexy moments like that today. Or as I said, Max Verstappen on the podium, just looking good.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Daddy of the day. This is obvious. Max Verstappen, Daddy's back. Daddy's been on a business trip, but Daddy's home now, and you're gonna fucking sit down.
Hope you kids had a great time.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like Home Alone, where Macaulay Culkin has like had a great time, and then that fucking bitch ass older brother, who treats Kevin like shit, is home, and now Kevin is back to being bullied again.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Kevin. Kevin's like, oh fuck, he's about to.
Radio of the day. We haven't talked about this yet. Max Verstappen like laughing at the papaya rolls.
Yeah, he was like,
that was
because they have a bad pit stop. I'm so glad you brought this up. I have a lot to say about that.
Yeah.
It was funny, like him laughing at the sort of basically calling them pussies for like
literally
having to
just being like literally saying subtext. He said, oh, for a bad pit stop. And then the subtext was, that's pussy. That's what he meant.
Yeah, like they're a bunch of pussies. But I love Max Verstappen. I love him so much. He's one of the real. He's the real, like, because he's real. He's fucking real.
Yeah, right.
But he is in a glass fucking house.
Yes.
Okay. How many times have we watched people move the fuck over for him? Shit has been made perfect for him. The car has been set up for him. He has been getting because he feels a certain way. Shit has been made right for him because Sergio Perez may or may not have stolen pole from him in Monaco. He will not give him a 5th place. Like this guy is in his feelings too, and things need to be made right and made fair. And Max Verstappen is all about, shit being made right for him. And he has never had to deal with any sort of like equality.
Yeah.
So any sort of equality.
No democracy in Max Verstappen's
No democracy.
World, baby.
It's been told like
it's been tyranny.
or if anything has been kissed and made better, it's been on his end.
Yes.
Like he's been living in a favorite child world.
Yes.
So for him to like laugh at these fucking snowflakes over at McLaren is ridiculous. Because they've been treating him like a fucking snowflake. It's kind of crazy.
Yes. Totally true.
They've set up the car. By the way, I'm not one of these crazy, like, he is, like, let me say this from the jump before, like, Max Verstappen fans jump down my throat. I know he is 10 times the driver that Sergio Perez is. He's 10 times the driver that Alex Albon is. He's 10 times the driver that Liam Lawson is. He's 10 times the driver that every fucking teammate that he's ever had is. That doesn't mean that they don't fucking do everything the fuck that he says and set up the car the way he wants it, that he doesn't rule that. He fucking got rid of a team principal he didn't like.
Yeah.
His dad beefed with a team. He's got a little league dad that beefs with a team principal.
Yes.
So for him to sit there and be like, they catered to Lando one time. Lame.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Lame. How many times does Sergio Perez have to become a human fucking shield for him? How many times does Sergio Perez have to move the fuck out of the way for him? It's fucking ridiculous coming from, like, does he have any self-awareness?
Yeah,
does he have any self-awareness? He is in a glass. He is in a fucking house made of fucking flower petals. He's in a house made of snowflakes. He's in the original snowflake house.
He's homeschooled.
He's homeschooled.
and
with a curriculum made of shit that he already knows, and they're like, "You're a genius, Max." Hey, Max, when was your birthday? Well, it was March 12th, 1996. Very good. That's been his entire fucking existence.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, I think the papaya rules are silly, but for him to fucking comment on it is ridiculous.
Right.
I can comment on it. He can't, is my point.
Damn, are your ears on fire? Because that was a piping hot take, baby. That was beautiful. Beautiful. While we're here, he might be this Karen of the day.
Why is he Karen of the day?
Well, because he, like, he thinks certain rules don't apply. He's like, that wasn't him being Karen, but the kind of like, can't believe that, right, guys? The like kind of unacknowledgement of privilege.
Yes,
is Karen-esque. Yes,
the context. No, I mean, what's interesting is like there were times. What's interesting is, I actually remember a moment where he got. To be fair to him,
yes,
there was a moment in Jeddah, I think, where he got fucking bad luck. And Checo got good luck, and Checo won that race. Sure. And he kind of waved it off.
Sure.
To be fair.
Yeah. Like he's never done that, but we've seen time and time again. I mean, look no further than they're like, hey, this means literally nothing to you. Can you just like swap positions with Checo so he can get second place? And he, threw a temper tantrum.
Right.
And there's context. He felt, like fucked over by Perez, whatever. But, Perez did a lot there, in terms of the, like, if we're scorekeeping, even in what feels fair, even if you don't want to go into the the nuts and bolts of it, like who sacrificed more for the other driver? Max has never sacrificed his shit for a driver in the long run. Like the scales have always been weighted in his direction. Everyone else caters and adjusts themselves in order to, service him.
I just think I think he was kind of laughing at the snowflakery of it.
Right.
And I just think that there's a snowflakery around the way he's treated that he doesn't necessarily acknowledge.
100%.
But I will say that I think he does take a shit happens. He does acknowledge the shit happens. And we've seen it happen with him and Checo. Like, if it's bad luck, it's bad luck. But the snowflakery, I don't think he really kind of appreciates.
Totally.
But yeah, Karen of the day, like, if you acknowledge all that sort of extra context, then I guess he could be a Karen for not checking his privilege,
right?
Which I haven't heard in a long time. Is that like kind of gone out of?
That terminology's gone, but
check your privilege.
Check your privilege.
Check your privilege, Max Verstappen.
Check it at the door.
It's a very, very millennial phrase. Check your privilege.
A lot of people are saying Carlos Sainz. People are saying Lando Norris.
For what?
People are saying Lando Norris, I think, from in the beginning when he called Max. It was so funny that this is also maybe for radio the day when Lando called Max an idiot, I think, in the beginning.
Yeah.
And he like kind of paused before saying idiot. Because he was just like, what do I call him right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he just like, he knows it's like, oh, fuck, it's Max. So I can't just like say the first thing that came into my mind. He goes, what's this idiot doing? It was just like enough of a pause where he's like, am I about to call Max Verstappen an idiot? And he said it. But in some part of his mind, he was like, I can't believe I just called Max an idiot. What am I doing? I can't believe I just said it. People
must have got a little thrill.
The McLaren swap. I'm gonna give it to Carlos Sainz because he turned in on someone, and then and listen. Sometimes Karens win. He got mad. He raised the whole stink. He went to the he
went to the manager and he got his whole meal comp the next time.
Exactly.
Fucking it worked.
He went to the manager last week at the diner, and then when he came back this week, he got his entire meal comp. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's right.
With Carlos Sainz. And red flag of the day.
Red flag of the day. I mean, you could argue it's papaya rules.
Yeah.
You could argue. What is everyone saying?
There's a lot of McLaren, mostly McLaren. The people want McLaren. McLaren strategists. McLaren decisions.
McLaren.
But you know what? I think it's McLaren too because just like they shouldn't have even fucking put either of them in that position. They've just done this time and time again where they like want.
They really step on their own dicks. Yeah.
They just it's such cell phones. It's like it's cell phones.
But I guess here's the question. Here's my counter to you.
Yeah.
If they had just I think there's a little bit of damned if this is all hypothetical. They're a little damned if they do with him if they didn't, because let's say they didn't protect Oscar and he did get fucked by Leclerc, and then they would have gotten shit the other way.
For sure. For sure. And maybe I'm just like looking at it from like a bird's eye, and I'm like, I was like, Charles Leclerc's not a threat. What do you do? You're seeing ghosts. What are you doing? But maybe he really would have been a threat, and they were looking at the data, and they needed to do that for that reason. So,
they really just, with the pit stops, you don't do yourself any favors, though.
Yeah. Right. Oh my God, that pit stop. And then like the wheel gun guy, like the other guy who had like taken the wheel off, had to be like, dude, just fucking.
It's not on.
He's like, what? He's like, why isn't Lando driving away?
Idiot.
What's Lando? What are you doing, bro?
Choke artist over here.
Yeah, this guy doesn't have that dog in him, I guess. Right, guys.
What's everybody waiting for? You, dude.
You motherfucker. Fuck, marry, kill this podium.
This podium.
Yeah.
Obviously, Max Raw, no question. Fucking.
Yeah.
Killing Lando, putting him out of his misery, marrying Oscar.
Beautiful. Yeah, I guess I'm deciding whether I want to marry Max or fuck Max. I guess this year it's kind of like Daddy's only home for you never know when he's going to be around.
Yeah.
So you might as well like fuck while he's here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm gonna marry Lando Norris and kill Oscar Piastri because Lando Norris he outqualified Oscar, outqualified him.
Because
last year Oscar.
Because wait.
Well,
because Oscar gave him a toe.
Oscar gave him a toe. He did.
He was on life support. Oscar donated blood because Oscar is type O. He's a universal toner. And then what did he do when he and then because of his no good deed goes unpunished. No good deed goes unpunished.
Well, then he said, "I'll help you back," and then he had to. So it's a nice little ping pong, and
they're just they continue to blow each other, and nobody's happy about it.
Yeah,
just like forced fellatio.
Yeah. All right, we got a week off, but our next race is Baku. What you think? What you think's gonna happen?
I think Oscar's getting this one. Oscar, Lando, street track, maybe Leclerc.
I think Lando, Oscar, Max. I'm curious. I don't know. There's that crazy long straight
right
in Baku, and I wonder how this. But there's more of those it's all 90-degree turns, so I think maybe that McLaren advantage in terms of how good they are on their tires and in those medium speed corners, maybe they will have that crazy advantage. But that straight is so long, and with the Red Bull top straight line speed, I could see Max maybe potentially being a problem again.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Lando, Oscar, Max. I think Max is going to be in there. But before we say goodbye, we got to thank our daddies of the pod. Remember, y'all, the Patreon, now more than ever, is the most important thing in our lives. We got to thank Kayla, Robin, Jordan Texera, Jade Lingle, Spencer Grieve, Javier Mera, Sheila Valeri, Chandler, Ali Santana, Carla Juarlo, Kimberly Whalen, Alonso of My Face 69, Donia Denad, Deadbeat Daddy Muhammad, Jimmy, Kimmy, sponsored by Mommy of the Pod, Hollister 584, Delusional Science Fan, Sorry, Kat, Future Doctor Dion, Steph Grossi, JB Fresh, Laura, Emily Gillenwater, Cody Hull is my F1 daddy, Branch W. Keep up the signs hate. Salute to you. Hunter Scruggs, Salmonella, Mozzarella, I'm a Leclerc fan, and yes, it hurts. Jay Kess, George Russell is Evil Peter Parker from Spider-Man 3, Matt Edwards is always right. I wish I was Max and Danny's love Charles, Delaney Andrews, Henry Caskey, Miles Lewis Alexander, The Real Toto Wolf, Meggie B, Kaylee Breyer, Eva the Y, Aaron Fiber, Devin, a.k.a. the future Dr. Sullivan's PA, Courtney Frazier, Yuki Sonoda's other mother. Jenny is the reason I am a daddy. Megan, Aaron, Pineapple the Y, Matt has a secret boner for Carlos Sainz. Unfortunately, it's Gary. Carolina, my name is AJ, and fuck the HOA. KMag can fuck smash my door any day. The official F1 race program and its executive editor, Sarah. I got tickled by the Tifosi. Hey, Jet, good luck out there. Allison Sane, Zhuge, F1 Dude Company, Trent Slickman, Code Brown Sonoda, Jerome Ferreira, Colapinto is a fraud, Aaron, Shahid, Jeans Rockstar, Trohun, Shake and Bake, Catalina, lick my balls. Stay fierce, Charles Leclerc. Truth bringer, Mama Burns. Arthur Leclerc is hotter. Carlos Sainz. OP Goblin, right meow. James. And we have 3 new daddies. Let's go! We got to thank DNCTT, Finney, and Kevin. Our honorary daddy of the pod this week, every week, one Nicole Piastri. Also special shout out to Kristen Bell wearing our merch, posting about it on our Instagram story. Emily Radikowski, get your merch, babies. 2-for-1 special is not going to last for much longer. Sorry, buy 2, get 1 free. TheRedFlagsPod.com. If you want to become a daddy of the pod, go to patreon.com/TRFpod. Join the resistance or buy our fucking t-shirts at TheRedFlagsPod.com. We love you, Bankas.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.